What's going on, everybody? My name is Yuka. Those of you that were in the stream earlier, I just want to apologize to you and let you know that my stream pass-through that I use kind of failed on me, so the stream actually crashed and I couldn't get it working again. But that aside, I just wanted to instead make a video for you guys and answer some questions relating to laborers. So I'm going to go ahead and explain laborers very briefly. They're pretty simple to get a hold of, but it's kind of confusing to understand when you first start Albion. So first and foremost, you're going to go ahead and need a house on your personal island. To have a personal island, you'll need premium. You will not need premium, though, to access your personal island afterwards. Once you get a personal island, it is permanent. That has not changed ever since way back when the game was in alpha. You're still able to do that. So with that aside, go ahead and open your build menu, which is the H key on your keyboard, and scroll right to the bottom here on houses. You're going to want to build a novice house. Go ahead and place it on a plot that you can place it on. Once you've done that, you might want to upgrade it. You might not want to upgrade it. Depends entirely on what you want to do, but I would go ahead and upgrade it to at least a journeyman's house. Then come over to the side here and click on this little scroll. From here on the journeyman's house, scroll to the bottom. And on this tree, right underneath the journeyman's house tab, you'll have the hire laborers option. I already have a laborer in here that is currently waiting to settle in. And I'll explain that in a minute, what I mean by settle in, because it's kind of a waiting game once you get a laborer. But I'll run that through right now for you guys so that I can kind of break it down for you and you guys will hopefully understand it in its entirety. So I'm going to go with a prospector, I think. Maybe a gamekeeper, actually. I think I'm going to go for a gamekeeper. So I'm going to go ahead and hire them for 1,000 silver. And I actually need to be in the house to do this, so I'm gonna stand in the house and do it from in here. Okay, once you've placed your laborer, go ahead and click on them and it'll tell you that there's gonna be a time period for them to settle in. And they'll be basically on cooldown so that you can't do anything. In the meantime, though, you want to go ahead and click on the journals tab and get a journal from them. I would recommend getting all 3 journals from them, just for simplicity, so that you can kind of run through those trees and actually experience that firsthand. But the only one that you'll need right off the bat, and it's the easiest one to fulfill, is the Generalist Journal, basically. Both of these will have Generalist Journals, if I can actually walk through here. I can't, I blocked myself in. Alright, so once your laborer settles in, you're going to go ahead and want to give them a full journal. If they're still settling in, then there's not going to be enough yield to start the job. And you can see whether they've settled in completely under the Manage tab. This will increase to 105 over 6 hours. I had to move the bed and a couple ornaments that I had down, but the bed's going to give her another 100 for the fisherman. I would recommend planning the layout carefully so that you can actually access these people once you have them in. Hopefully that's not going to block me from leaving. It is, so I'm going to pick it back up. I'm actually going to pick up all of these as well. There's no more over there. Okay, good. So I can't even access my laborers this way because his bag's blocking me now, which is actually really obnoxious. I'm going to pick up this table too. So I'd place your furniture where it makes sense to place it so that you can actually move around it. I'm going to go ahead and place all this stuff on the side here so that I can actually just walk around these things. Because I'm only going to need 2 laborers to begin with. And bear in mind that each laborer is going to need a tier of equipment to their level or higher. So you can see that this laborer is a tier 2 laborer. And my fisherman is also a tier 2 laborer. But the bed and the table that I have are both tier 3. So I don't think it will actually show in here. Yeah, so the bed being a tier 3, they can actually share a bed. which is kind of weird, but they'll get less points from a bed if they're sharing it. If that makes sense. 75 here instead of 100. If I put in another bed, they'll both be getting 100 happiness out of that. With regards to trophies add a small amount of happiness for up to 2 laborers of the correct type and can make laborers even happier than usual. If you go above the maximum happiness, so say 300 happiness, you'll actually increase your yield potential, which can be covered under this section here, for argument's sake. You can go over 100%, and it'll basically guarantee certain rewards on return. Adventurer's Handbook is like one of the most pointless things, but just showing you guys as an example. Again, they will require time to settle in, so she will increase to 175 with 13 hours and 21 minutes, which is probably the best time for you to give her a completed journal, because her yield will slowly go up over that time period, and as it goes up, it will increase your yield, and once it reaches an acceptable level, your accept button will become toggleable, and you'll actually be able to select it. Same with every other laborer that you pick. They'll require a journal. The more rewarding one at the beginning is the Novice Journal, or the Novice Trophy Journal. The Trophy Journal typically rewards you with trophies, and the trophies typically reward you with 5 to 10 happiness per individual. And just keep in mind that the trophies are also locked to the type of laborer that you have. So if it's a gathering type laborer like a fisherman and it's a fishing trophy, then that'll only apply to the fishing type laborers. And conversely, if it's, for argument's sake, the game master and it's specifically game related, then it'll only be for game masters. Alright guys, so I hope that breaks everything down and explains it in kind of simple terms for you to understand. Just don't forget that there's a wait period once you place them down, because they need to settle in, and then once they've settled in, there's a wait period for you to go ahead and actually get them queued up and ready to go. So in the meantime, if I were you, I would buy journals from them and just go fill the journals up so that you can hand in journals and get them cranking out tasks for you. If you found this video useful, go ahead and smack that like button, subscribe for more, check out the playlist up there on the top right. And those of you that want to catch me live and ask me questions live, if you're new to Albion, or even if you're a returning player, veteran player, and you got some questions for me, you're always welcome to check the link in the description, head over to my Twitch, follow me there and be part of the community. It's a bunch of awesome people there that are helping everyone out. And actually helped me out when I got back into the game too. So until next time guys, I will catch you in the next one.